Hi, this is Yannick. I'm very sorry for the time I took to send you a video or to answer your mails, but my weeks are really busy. Um, Everything is very well, I'm very fine, and especially yesterday, for the first time since the World Youth Day, we meet each other, the whole French group who were for the World Youth Day, and it was very strong, very beautiful to see them again for the first time since we came home. Um, since September I changed of job, and now I have to look after some kids by night. I work by night, but there are 10 kids. They're very kind, very sweet, and I do not have much problem with them, so I can have time to work for the university at night. I don't sleep at home, but I have time to work for the university, and the university is very well. I still love that, modern letters, I still love that, and actually I have quite good marks, and just last week, a brother of the Taizé community came in Mulhouse, the city where I live, because, you know, every year, there's European meeting proposed by the brothers of this Taizé community in France. And this year, the European meeting will be in Brussels, in Belgium. And every year, just a couple of months before these meetings, which is for the New Year's Eve. Now it'll be from the 29th to the of December to the 2nd of January. And every year there's a brother from the Taizé community who make some kind of French tour of French city to prepare this meeting, to make some advertisement of this meeting. And the first step of his 2008 French tour, not world tour, French tour, was my city, Mulhouse, and I was the responsible of the organization of what was a whole afternoon of sharing, discussing on a Bible text, sharing with some people who came to, some witnesses, who came to say what they do in their parishes or their engagement, etc. And then we had a common prayer, like in Taizé. And I was really nervous because I didn't know how many people came to this afternoon of sharing and praying. And actually there were 130 for the afternoon and almost 300 for the prayer. So there was a huge success. I'm really happy about it. And I'm happy as well because it's finished, because it took me a lot of time to organize this. And now I prepare myself for the final exams in the university, who will be in the second week of December, and then from the 27th to the 2nd of January I'll go to Brussels as a volunteer, because I've met the last year in July 2007 a friend who comes from Slovakia, and I would have to go to Slovakia in those last weeks, but I couldn't because I had too much work for the university. So we will meet each other in Brussels as volunteer as well, and it's going to be a very nice experience because in those European meetings, all the volunteers live together. We're not hosting families, but we live together and we're working together for making the European meeting working very well. And we have the New Year's Eve together. So I think it will be a very nice experience to live a New Year's Eve with a Slovakian friend that I haven't seen for a year. Then everything's well. I've seen yesterday night for the first time Alexandra and Elon. They are very well. I think that Alexandra is still, he's preparing his exam for being a history teacher. He's a bit afraid because right now in France those exams are changing and the whole system to become a teacher is changing. So he is nervous because he is just in the year of change, and I'll be the next year, the first year with a new exam, so I'm nervous as well, but I have time. I still don't know what I want to do the next year, but I try to enjoy every moment without thinking too much about tomorrow. I hope everything's well in Australia. I hope you have a very good weather because here it's our second winter. We had a winter in Australia, then a very hot summer, a very hot summer in Morocco, and now our traditional French winter, who is very cold, definitely colder than in Australia. I hope you're enjoying the days. I hope you're enjoying your weather, and I really hope everything is well. I don't know if you remember the flags that I took just for this video, and I hope that you're still very engaged in your parish, especially in the All Saints, because we were really impressed by the beauty, the youthness of your parish, and the freshness of your parish. And yesterday we just, with the whole French group, we wrote some letters for you, and we were in some groups of 10 or 15, to wrote a letter to the school where we were host in Sydney, de La Salle school. There were 4 letters, and there's a letter for the All Saints Parish in Albany Creek. And I was in the group who wrote the letter for you. So when you read this letter, because I think you'll be the first one to take the letter in the box. It is, I think, we were just 2 in the group of 10. We were just 2 to wrote really the letter, and I was one of the 2. So I think that you can read some of my words in that letter, and this is really what I think, and I just wanted to say to you in front of that, you read that in this letter, but I wanted to say you now that your welcome was so lovely, so warm, so it is amazing. And we know now that our family, my family in Australia, is the Hutton family, is you, and this is amazing. There's no word to describe what we feel. We all feel it. You know, now when we ask someone in the group about what is the most fabulous memory we're gonna keep from this trip to Australia, everyone answer that it'll be the welcome in Albany Creek, in the All Saints Parish. And that welcome really moved us, touched us, and thank you very much for that. I wish you the best. and may God bless you all.